The 2026 Formula One season is rapidly approaching, and Ferrari is preparing intensively for one of the most radical and transformative regulatory changes in recent Formula One history. Frederic Vasseur, the experienced and highly regarded team principal of Ferrari, recently emphasized the immense unpredictability of the forthcoming technical and sporting landscape, highlighting just how difficult it is to make accurate forecasts based on historical paradigms or previous seasons. The upcoming season is set to be far from a simple evolution or incremental adjustment of the current situation. It represents a genuine revolution across almost every aspect of the sport, with implications that extend well beyond what teams and engineers have faced in recent years. Indeed, what lies ahead is more than just a regular change. It is a profound and sweeping transformation that will have a major impact on engines, chassis, aerodynamics, fuel, mechanical systems, and tires. Engines, chassis, aerodynamics, fuel, mechanical systems, and tires. The same complexity applies to the regulatory framework that governs Formula One, including technical rules, sporting regulations, and compliance standards. Technical rules, sporting regulations, and compliance standards. According to Frederic Vasseur, who has extensive experience in Formula One management and technical operations, no one currently in the paddock, from engineers to technical directors, can reliably predict how different teams will respond to such drastically modified rules. Formulating predictions seems particularly challenging in a context where innovation, strategy, and adaptability will play a far more decisive role than in past seasons. In discussing this scenario, Fred Vasseur drew attention to a striking historical example that highlights the unpredictability inherent in Formula One. The French manager pointed to the 2009 season, when the team founded by former Ferrari technical director Ross Brawn, Brawn GP, appeared virtually out of nowhere with its groundbreaking and highly innovative double diffuser and several other revolutionary technical solutions. Despite being a brand new team, Brawn GP managed to outperform every competitor and secure the Constructors Championship, as well as the Drivers Championship with Jenson Button in the team's only year of existence. At the time, the majority of analysts, commentators, and rival teams had not anticipated that a completely new team could dominate the championship in such a commanding fashion. Yet, against all expectations, it happened. This example underlines the potential for surprise and innovation that Formula One has historically demonstrated. Looking ahead to 2026, the upcoming regulatory changes are even more extensive and comprehensive than those seen in 2009, touching nearly every element of the car and its performance. These changes will influence not only aerodynamic efficiency, but also drivability, engine power management, interactions with new types of tires, the characteristics of the new fuels, and even aspects of mechanical reliability and chassis flexibility. Up until now, engine power has often been considered the primary metric for evaluating a power unit's performance in Formula One. However, the Championship of the Future will introduce a series of entirely new challenges for teams and drivers alike. Beyond pure power output, drivability, the ease and efficiency with which a driver can manage the car under varying conditions, will become a crucial factor in determining competitive advantage. Frederic Vasseur points out that an engine configuration optimized for high-speed circuits such as Monza may not provide the same level of performance at more technical tracks like Monte Carlo or the Budapest Hungaroring, where precision, cornering control, and traction play a far greater role. The need for versatility and adaptability in engine and chassis performance has never been more critical. This situation is reminiscent of past eras of Formula One, particularly the time when competition between turbocharged engines and naturally aspirated engines produced highly unpredictable race outcomes. In those years, mastering torque management, maximizing cornering responsiveness, and optimizing performance across different track conditions were key to achieving consistent results. Looking forward to 2026, these same principles will once again be vital, as teams must manage not only engine power but also energy recovery, thermal efficiency, tire degradation, and complex interactions between aerodynamics, mechanical grip, and fuel performance. Drivers like Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, and others will be required to exploit every ounce of performance from their cars while maintaining consistency across a wide variety of circuits and conditions. From a purely sporting perspective, the new regulations promise to deliver a season of exceptional excitement and unpredictability. The likelihood that a rising team, a particularly innovative technical solution, or an underappreciated approach to car development could make a decisive difference is very high. Frederic Vasseur has emphasized that the 2026 season may reward technical ingenuity just as much as raw speed, with strategic decisions, tire management, and driver skill becoming more decisive than in any recent era of Formula One. For example, a driver like Lewis Hamilton, who combines technical understanding with adaptability, may be able to extract maximum performance even in less than optimal circumstances, while younger talents like Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri could capitalize on clever strategy and optimal tire usage to challenge established leaders such as Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen. In summary, Frederic Vasseur's observations highlight that the 2026 Formula One Championship is expected to be defined by an extremely fragile and delicate balance. No team will be able to rely solely on legacy, tradition, or the sheer talent of a single star driver. Instead, success will depend on the optimal combination of engine performance, chassis efficiency, tire management, aerodynamics, and race strategy. Uncertainty does not necessarily intimidate Ferrari. On the contrary, the team appears ready to embrace innovation, flexibility, and creative technical solutions in order to compete at the highest level. These factors have historically distinguished winners from those who can only observe others achieve success. The biggest challenge for Ferrari and its drivers, including Charles Leclerc and others, will be to navigate a context where even small technical or strategic differences can determine the outcome of a championship from the very first race weekend. Scuderia Ferrari is meticulously finalizing its preparations in alignment with its long-term development plan, confident that it can assert itself as a serious contender and return to the forefront of competition where it has historically belonged. Ultimately, the 2026 Formula One season promises to be a championship defined as much by innovation, adaptability, and technical excellence as by raw speed on the track. For Ferrari, the combination of engineering brilliance, driver skill, and strategic acumen will be critical in their pursuit of success. Teams that are able to understand the full implications of the new regulations, implement effective technical solutions, and allow their drivers to exploit these innovations to the maximum will have a substantial advantage. The season is shaping up to be a fascinating contest, potentially offering fans surprises, breakthroughs, and dramatic performances from both established champions and ambitious newcomers. In conclusion, Formula One in 2026 may well be the most open, unpredictable, and strategically complex season in recent memory. Teams like Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, and McLaren, alongside emerging outfits, will face a level of technical and competitive uncertainty that could redefine the hierarchy of the sport. Drivers, engineers, and strategists alike will be tested as never before, and the ability to navigate this intricate and fast-evolving environment could very well determine the next world champion. For Ferrari, the combination of preparation, technical innovation, and driver excellence remains central to their plan to reassert themselves as a top contender and compete for victories and championship points in a season where every detail may prove decisive.